Yo, yo, yo. What is up? Hello, everyone. Anyone out there in the world? How y'all doing today? Okay, let's look here. Sweet. Bow, 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 bow. Give everybody like 1 more minute to get in here. I did say 8 on my post, which isn't that big of a deal, but we'll wait. Hey, Regan. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my friend? How you been? Yeah, so I thought today we would, or tonight, I was just going to go over the Calling Dallas, kind of talk about the event, the meta, my matchups. I'll go over my matchups round by round, kind of give my thoughts on stuff. I'll do like, not a deck tech, but I'll show my deck and some of the funny things about it, good and bad. But we won't go into like a full deck tech, and then we'll get into a couple games and just have some fun, but really talk about it. Really, I think. Yeah, it was fun, Jake. That was a super fun match. Very stressful match, but it was super fun regardless. Let me actually pull where are they? Where's the top 8 graphic for the calling? I know it's here. It's got to be here. Or maybe it's not in yet. Did Savage Feats put it on their Twitter? I'm assuming they did. Yeah, they did. Okay, sweet. There it is. Wait, no, that's the other. That's the PTI. Did they put it up yet? Man, I'm going to go find this real fast. Yeah, no, the event was fun. Was first ever calling. So that was pretty nutty. Calling Dallas day 2. Let's see if I can grab the screenshot of where this top 8 was. There it is. Wow, I actually got lucky with getting exactly where it was. That's really funny. Let me grab it really fast, y'all, so I can bring it up. That way we have it. We can talk about it. There it is. Cool. I'm sure y'all heard the chink sound. Okay. Sweet. Let me go back to the stream to actually see what y'all are saying. Bop. Bop. What's up, Steve? What's up, Stella? Your show match was an amazing game. Yeah, it was really fun. I could feel the stress. Yeah, I could feel it too. What's up, car guys? I don't know who that is behind. Kyle, Nathan, whoever it is. Thank y'all. It was prime, but they're definitely even going back and watch that game. And I'm gonna do a video going over that Bravo game because there's a couple of mistakes I made. I think. Yeah, it was a couple of mistakes I made that game, but overall, I mean, wasn't too bad. But yeah, I think we're good. I think it's good as time to start. So yeah, the Calling Dallas was fun. First ever calling I've ever gone to. So like my background in competitive events is not very many. Like at least bigger events. The only thing I've done above a Pro Quest is 2 Battle Hardens, if I remember correctly, that I've done. I know one for sure. There was a Blitz Battle Harden, so it wasn't even like a big one. Yeah, like even looking back, I've done like 2 Road to Nationals, a skirmish. I've done 2 Pro Quests, and I know I did 1 Battle Hardened. So 3 Road Nationals, yeah, and one of them was Uprising Draft. So yeah, 2 Battle Hardens total. So that was it. But I've never done a calling, never done a Nats, never done any of that. So my biggest event has been a Battle Hardened, which I did 2. So first calling, I was super excited. I wasn't like at all nervous by any means because I had no expectation on how good or bad I was going to do. I was just going to try to have some fun with some friends. But yeah, the calling was super. I'll bring it up. Most people know the meta, but I want to talk about it as I'm talking about my matchups. I'll take the hero thing off really fast. We can take this down for a second. Yeah, so the calling was not very small, but it was smaller than people expected. I think most people, even the judges, said they were expecting like 400 and some people, and we only had 280 players register. So very small calling. However, in my opinion, even from someone who hasn't played callings, just seeing the list, like the people there, it was insane. I mean, we had so many good players. I played a couple of them. People flew in from all around. Really, really big names all over the place. I think a lot of people were gearing up for Worlds and wanted to have one good last event before that. I know there's a couple Battle Hardens and stuff between now and then, but it was really, really stacked. This was how the meta shook up. Yeah, the range was really good. Obviously, these three took over most of it. Seeing Katsu as the fourth most represented hero was really, really fun. I expected Azalea to be up there with the recent win and the fact that she's pretty good right now. Dash also I expect to be up. What I didn't expect from day one was Phi. There was a lot of Phi there. I was at the top tables for most of the day on Monday or for day one, and I only saw like one or two at the top tables that I saw. But regardless, there's a lot. The other one, nothing else was really super surprising. Everything's pretty on par after that. But overall, this is how day one went. So my day one, I'm not going to go in excruciating detail, but I'll kind of give you a recap of how my day one went. Let me pull up this. I had to take notes because there's no way I was remembering this stuff. So round one was against Haley. So overall, my matchups, I won't go wins loss, but it was Dory, Bravo, Uziri, Bolton, Lexi, Bravo, Dory. So 2 Bravos, 2 Dorys, a Uziri, a Bolton, and a Lexi. Round one. So I actually avoided the Lexi and Jeremiah's, particularly the Lexi's, which some people would say normally oh, that's awesome. You got to avoid Lexi, which is the shitty matchup. But if you would have told me going into day one, hey man, you're going to have to play 2 Bravos and 2 Dorinthias and a Uziri, I would have been like, ugh, that's not the matchups you want to see. Dory's really not that bad, but Bravo and Uziri aren't fun. Neither one is favored in my opinion. If they play their cards out really well, they can just high roll you really. Uziri's a little bit more finicky, but overall, round one was Dory against Haley. It was a good matchup. She had some really good Iron Song determination turns early, but we kind of just traded back and forth. She popped her equipment not too early. She held her equipment block really late, which is really good. But she did pop her bolters on one turn where she was trying to take tempo, and she ended up not getting a counter off of that. And with the Dory, what I've learned in the Dorinthia matchup is I'm baiting the Dorinthia to pop their bolters early, because if they pop their bolters early, it's really good for me. Really good for me, because at that point you better draw fire, because it's gonna be really hard for you to race me. You better be drawing Warriors Valors every turn. I'm a big proponent of that. Once Dory's bolters go away, her scariness goes down a lot for me as a Katsu, because I'm just gonna make you have run throughs and glints or Warriors Valors, because I'm not blocking you. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna do anything to trigger reprise. Not even gonna mess with it unless I have a actual dead hand. I'm not blocking you. So once she popped her bolters, it just went back and forth. Ended up winning that game. So it's 1-0. Then round 2 is against Thomas, who's on Bravo. Just hammering me to death at the start of the game. Just really doing the whole value game, swing with Nothos for 6 plan. And I was down a little early. They had a really good dominated spinal, and then a non-dominated crippling crush. But it was really timely because I had a really good hand. So I was down a little early. But I used reinforced line really well on a crippling crush that really helped me. And then halfway through, once I took tempo, I think they realized I was doing that, and that I was taking tempo, and they started switching to fatigue. I'm blocking you out. I was going really thin because I had to like do some crazy bond loop turns in order to take tempo back. And I realized that, so then I started being like, okay, we'll just do the Kadachi game plan, and I'll try to outvalue you and hope to God you don't crush me. But I got lucky, and I was at like 20, not lucky, but I was at like 20 cards in deck, and I purposely pitched away a Descendant into a Bonds. And then I arsenaled a Surging and was just like, hope to God they don't command and conquer my Surging. And then I had a full Bonds line at the end of the turn, at the end of the game to push damage. And what their problem was is I played Surging from Arsenal, and they blocked too early in the turn, and I had the full line, and I was able to just push through when they were at like 3 or something like that. So up 2-0, day 1. Round 3 is Uziri, so play Bravo into Uziri. I actually feel really good in the Uziri matchup. I know it's not favored by any means. I truly think it's 50-50. That matchup, Uziri, now Dromai, we'll talk about that in a minute. But Uziri and Dorinthi are very skill intensive. I think they're the most skill intensive matchup Katsu has. There's a lot of little intricacies on when to push, when not to push, how to make the Uziri block weird to like make their hands inefficient, not arsenaling good cards so you don't get hit with their arsenal disruption, all types of stuff. So I feel really good in that. I played against a really good Uziri and Morty a lot, so like I'm used to that matchup. Ended up winning that. They couldn't get a shakedown. They only got one shakedown out early, and their shakedowns are really important for them to take tempo early. And turn 1, they had to pitch away a Codex, so that also hurt them. They tried to pop Black Text on a turn. I guess they didn't think I had a D-React, and I did. I blocked 3 on... They pitched a Shred to play a Shakedown. And they had a card in Arsenal. And I blocked 3, because I'm like, okay, you're either going to activate Flick Knives, or you're going to do... I thought they were going to activate Flick Knives. And they popped Black Text. And I was like, okay, well, if they have a Shred in Arsenal... I'll just D-React this. If they hit me, they hit me. But, hey, they pop Black Text. They don't have Silver. It's gone. So I D-Reacted it, and they didn't have anything. I guess they had another attack in Arsenal. I forgot what they had. What would you say his most difficult match was? Most difficult match that also wasn't a blowout for me or blowout for the other person was that Bravo on stream. Like, that sounds like a cop-out answer, but that literally was the worst one. And we'll get to that one for sure. So, yeah, ended up beating the Uziri because after they pop Black Text, they just can't keep tempo. They have to hope to God that they high roll, like, leave no witnesses and shakedowns. And in that matchup, I bring in 3 Sinks, 3 Fates, or 3 Sinks, 3 Flick Flacks, and 2 Reinforced Lines for more defensive power. So I was 3-0, feeling really good. Then I played Bolton round 4. We were just slapping each other back and forth. It was a 3-0 Bolton against a 3-0 Katsu. Both of us very aggro. They were on Raiden. They had an awkward like beacon turn in Lumina where they had to pitch a Lumina though to play their first card, which was really weird. I forgot what the sequence was, but it was really awkward for them. And so their Lumina turn wasn't as good as they could have been. And I blocked their first sword with my Razor and my Mask when they were at like 12. Because I have Breeze Otter Boots and Bonds of Ancestry and Katsu Trigger, I'm actually a little bit more aggressive when I can block with my Mask. Like normally I was like, I don't care if they're at 10 life, not blocking with Mask until I have to. But now like if I have someone at like 10-ish life, I'll just block with Mask because I don't need it at that point. So I ended up winning that one. So I'm 4-0. Then I played Lexi. I played Michael Jasker, who's got top 8. Really, really good player, right? Michael is, placed 3rd at the Calling Indy this year. He plays 2nd at Battle Hardened, New Jersey this year. Really, really good player. We went down. That was the craziest Lexi game I've had in a while. He turn 1, 3 of a kind me, his turn 1. But then he drew like the 0.4% chance to blue arrow turn his next turn. And then he said he had one hand that was just like unplayable where he had like Arctic Incarceration, Ice Quake. I forgot what it was. Like it was like 1 arrow and like 3 like crap cards on a hand that I did really well in. So I took tempo. I had him at 1 or 2. Is there 1 or 2? And I was at like 6. And he blocked with I drew into 4 blues, which was terrible. So I couldn't force a break point to take his whole hand. And then he had a 3 of a kind. So he pitched 3 of a kind, drew 3 cards, attack. I had to block with 2 or 3 cards to stay alive. Then he 3 of kind again, back to back at the end of the game. We both had 8 cards left in deck. So 4-1 there. So 4-1 day 1. Then I played Cody Williams on stream. Most people watch that game. Super crazy game. Bravo, I am not favored into by any means, but I feel comfortable with Bravo because the first year I was playing this game, shout out to Adam in North Carolina. Adam played at Cape Fear Collectibles, and Adam was an extremely good Guardian player, and I quite literally got my ass kicked for the first year of my Flesh and Blood career or life with Adam on Bravo every time. And so I learned to play against that matchup as good as I can because of that. And Adam's one of the best Bravo players I've ever met. I think he just plays the game kind of semi-casually, so people, he doesn't go to a ton of events, but if he did, he'd do really well. I know he would. So I'm comfortable in that matchup, even though it's not a good matchup for me. I'm gonna do a breakdown on a video of that, so I won't go too into it. But that stream game was insane. The biggest thing was I had to block a dominated Starstruck with my mask. So I had a reinforced line. I think it was here. What was it? Starstruck's for 10. I had to block with mask, a 3 block, which was 5, and then I think it was actually a D-react for 9 or something like that. It might have been reinforced line, whatever it was. Either I had to block for 3. It actually might have been boots, mask, whatever it was. I had to block. I have to go back and look now. Now I can't remember. Gosh, the game was so crazy. I blocked out. I basically had to block with mask to avoid getting Starstruck triggered or not block with mask and get time walked. And my thought was, like, he was at 17 life and he was running Titan's Fist, which, again, me being on stream and me just being, Starstruck, no pun intended, thinking about more things. I didn't notice he was on Titan's Fist for some weird reason. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, which if a Bravo is on Titan's Fist, they are likely more fatigue based because they're just going to block with 3 cards and then, keep going, swing for 4. And he had a lot of fades, some movable, stuff like that, sigils. So I would have played that a little bit differently if I would have known that. But because of that, it's a little bit risky me blocking with mask when he's still at, I think he was at 17 life or something like that. Because at that point, I can't threaten his blocks. And if he just wants to crush me, that he can. Luckily, he couldn't find his crypt lanes after that. So I was able to keep taking tempo. And then that last turn of the game was really crazy. I had a Razor in Arsenal. He was at, 2, I think? Yeah, he was at 2. And I Kadachi'd for 1. He took it. I didn't Razor on purpose because if I Razor there and he D-reacts, I have 1 card left in hand, and if it's a fade or a sync, then he has 3 cards left in hand, and I'm not going to be able to force lethal, and he's going to be able to swing the Titan Fist for 4, which isn't that big a deal. I would have lived, and he still would have had to survive next turn, but I just knew I had to wait. I had to make him do something. So then I Kachi again, and then Razored it. He unmovable, which is really good for me because it took 2 cards from his hand, and I was able to push through the Soul Bead. So that was really good. So I finished, so I was, 5-1 at that point. And then I played a Dorinthia. I played Jarrett. That game was super simple. He gave up his bolters, turn 2, to push a counter. I didn't block. And then I said, all right, we're racing. Let's see if you have it. And he drew, according to him, he drew 8 reds in a row after popping bolters. So he was not able to push anything. So yeah, and I just won that game after that. There was nothing crazy about that. Just he popped bolters very early, which is very risky, and he got burnt for it. But I mean, he played as good as he could. So I finished the day 6-1, day 1. We go into day 2. As you can see, here's the day 2 metagame. Lexi and Jeremiah dominated the metagame. Absolutely dominated. I mean, we had 23, so 43, 53, 51 out of 64 or something like that, right? I mean, we have, 23 plus 18 is 43, 53, 51, 59. What was that? 59, 62. I can't do math. 65, 67, 69, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4. 70. That's top 64. What am I doing here wrong? 43. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's 41, yeah. So 41 out of 64 of the top 64 were Jeremiah Lexi. So they literally made up 66% of the metagame. Bravo's conversion was good. Fi's conversion was actually pretty good. It was only me and another Katsu who made day 2. I think that Katsu ended up 6-6 on the day. I ended up 7-5. And then you can see here. So really dominated by them. My day 2 did not go well. Nothing too crazy. I won't go too far into it, but I played Josh Rath round 8 against Strom. I actually won that. So my first game, I won. It was crazy back and forth. We were just trading blows. It was a very aggressive Dromai list. They got a Chromai and burned them all out, and I was at like 12 or 10, and they were at 10 as well. I think it was at 12 and they were at 10, and I took a Chromai with Arcane down to 9. 2 Ash Wings down to 7, yeah, and then a Dust Up or something, but they didn't have Go again, and I went down to like 3 or 2. So it was like 10-3 at that point. I had Heart and Cross show up, and I played Surging. I got lucky. I played Surging, Whelming. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but Surging, Whelming, Bonds, Descendant, Bonds, Fluster. Like, it was like something crazy where I had both lines, and they had a Sigil in hand, which still didn't help them like prevent enough damage. And they just died. So I got really lucky there. I took a chance because I can't block with that hand because I need the full line. And I knew they were on aggressive list, so I knew they weren't going to block well. And I was like, screw it. I can push like 20 plus damage here, and I can also threaten on hits. And so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go for it. So I ended up winning that game. So I was 7-1. Really, really good. And then just lost out after that. Didn't do well, but I played really good opponents. I played Merrick Kemp, who's won Pro Tour Baltimore, and at the time was undefeated on Dash. Going into that, he was 8-0 on Dash. Really close game. Lost 2 life to 0. It was a hybrid Dash. The first 2 hands, I drew unplayable hands. Like, my first hand was like 2 Warmongers Diplomacies, a blue Fluster, and a red Fluster. And then my second hand was like a blue, a red Whelming, I think like a Flick Flack or something, and then something else. It was no go again. So I literally had to play the Whelming, or it was a Fluster. Play the Fluster. He let it hit, which gave me Mass Draw. I popped Boots to then discard to go get Bonds of Ancestry. Then I played Whelming, Bonds, Fluster again. So I had to pop Boots just to push like 11 more damage so I could keep some type of tempo. Because my hands were so bad. And then he had a High Octane and the Spark of Genius turn then went and got Tekla Pounder. He started with Chamber. And we went back and forth, and he had a key Pulse Wave Harpoon at the end of the game that hit a break point. It was his last one on the deck. And I lost 2 life to 0. So super close. Then I lost to Andrew Lorenz on Lexi. That game was just, I got Lexi'd. I turn 1. I was able to prevent him from arsenaling because I pushed enough damage, which is always the key when you're going first. I always like to go first against Lexi. His turn 1, I believe, if I remember correctly, was Icequake, Pitch Blue, Rain Razors, 3 of a kind. Yeah, so there's that. Then he played turn 2. His next turn 2 was 3 of a kind again. And then his turn 3 was Codex. So, yeah, you lose. Round 11 was to Sean, who got second at Canadian Nats this year, as well as 5th at the Call in Vegas. Really good game. He Tolmatied my mask like turn 3 or 4. Then the very next turn put out Ubia, which is very hard for me to deal with if I don't have a good attack. And when I don't have mask momentum, Ubia sucks even worse to clear because dealing 6 damage to that dragon and not even getting a mass trigger off of it sucks. But he was able to keep an engine going after that. I couldn't effectively get off until like 2 turns later. And then after that, he just took tempo. But Tomultai was the difference maker in that game. And then round 12, I played Brody Spurlock, which is funny. Brody's a local. Obviously, everyone who watches competitive fab and any means knows who Brody is. So I played Brody and lost that one. It was Brody. It was a good game. Brody just won. Lexi doing Lexi things. Nothing too crazy. Just a really good game by him. Brody's using a really fun list. He has like Codex for inertia and stuff. So we ended the day 7-5. Really bad day 2. I wish I would have done better, but you know what? Like, I had a ton of fun. I'll pull up the list here. I had a ton of fun, and I am not ashamed at all for how I did. Going 7-5 at my first calling, making day 2. I ended up placing 37th. I wanted to place top 32 to get some money because you get 250, which would have been sweet, but not that big a deal. Exceeded expectations massively. I was like, I'd be freaking ecstatic if I somehow squeezed my way to top in a day 2. So the fact that I was 6-1, 7-1 at one point, and I got to play against some of the best players in the world and learn so much doing it. I mean, it was fantastic. So I'm super happy with it. Nothing for me that I could possibly complain. Here, let's put up this. No, not that one. Sorry, y'all. Nothing I could possibly complain about. Super, super good. But yeah. I know it was a lot of talking, y'all, but I want to try to speed run through that. But yeah, this is a list. Funny things about this list. Again, this is not going to be a deck tech. I'll do a video this week on it. Couple things. I'll talk about like the funny things. So I was going to play a Rockney until 10 p.m. on Friday night, the night before. And then I was like, you know what? We're playing Katsu. It's my first calling. I'm going to play the hero that got me into the game. Win, loss, or draw, I'm going to play this hero. So quickly put my list back together. I didn't have like a set list before that. I was still tinkering with one or two cards when I was trying with Katsu. I knew that I wanted to play the McGinchy line. I knew we were going to have a lot of Bravo in the area. I knew Bravo was going to be more represented. And also against Azalea, I play a very defensive style. And I want to be able to cycle threats back in deck that I blocked with. So put McGinchy in the deck. And in my 10:30 p.m. stupor, forgot to put in Lord of Wind. Like a dum-dum. So I have McGinchy in here with no Lord of Wind. So technically, this blue Flusterfish should be Lord of Wind. So if you're wanting this deck list and you watch my deck tech later this week, or I'll just post it, this should be Lord of Wind. Now, it didn't kill me too bad because McGinchy is still a very good card. It's a 1-for-4. The combo is 1-for-5. Go again, which is still good. It blocks for 3. It's a yellow pitch. Still not a bad card. So it's not like it was a dead card in my deck without Lord of Wind, but it definitely would have helped to have Lord of Wind. So I'm a dum-dum for that one. But, you know, it's fine. That's just like the poetic justice of me. I don't know. Breeze Rider Boots, still love this card. I don't think I'll go back to snaps. Having this one blocked literally saved my life 2 games. I only pop Breeze Rider Boots effectively in a useful manner. I would say twice, maybe 3 times. So its ability is kind of irrelevant. You have so much natural go again in your deck and so much combo synergy. You really don't need this. This really is a get out of jail free card when you draw a bad hand. Being able to, like, you know, because opponents don't want to block a breakpoint Flusterfist or a breakpoint Soul Bead or, you know, whatever it may be. Even like a double strike earlier. Thanks, Pin. I really appreciate it. So yeah. Other key card, this card. Heart and Cross Trap. I will never get rid of it. This card will be main board for freaking life. Tunic. I didn't use Tunic 1 game. Not one. The only time I would use this is against Wizard. That's it. Heart and Cross Trap. It's literally the reason I won the Bravo game. This card and this card, without reanalyzing, is the reason I won the Bravo game. 1, because I was able to block 1 extra that I needed to block on that Starstruck, I think. This allowed me... Oh, I'm gonna make a vid too. Ag, don't worry. Yeah, I appreciate it. This card's the biggest scale jail free card. This card allows you to push damage when you have no business pushing damage. There was probably quite literally 5 to 6 times during 12 rounds where I had to block with a card to like prevent like one significant on hit, like Kyloria, let's just say, you know, block breaking skills and a card to prevent the draw, and then be able to pop Heart and Cross Trap and play like Surging Descendant Bonds. Like I have a Surging Descendant Bonds in hand, and there's no way I can play those normally, right? Pitching. Well, Heart and Cross Trap turns a hand that normally would quite literally be dead into a 5, 10, 14 damage hand, right? By itself. So this card's disgusting. I already was good on, like, high on the card, but I think in the Bonds Katsu, like, you have to main board this card in my opinion, unless you're playing like a different style list. Like, it's just too good. Like Tunic, Tunic's only for Wizard in my opinion. Ancestral Empowerment, broken card. Be Like Water. So this card is always interesting. I'm not gonna go card for card. I just want to talk about a couple of them. Be Like Water is funny because how do I put this? Be Like Water is funny because it's almost always an auto block. And people always say, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Well, it's good to get Jeremiah, obviously, to get free surging lines. But What this card is really good at is helping you have 2 mass turns, 2 mass threat turns, or like be able to threaten, or not 2 mass, but 2 block threat turns. So there was a turn in the Bravo game where I had this, a blue, and a Soul Bead Strike. What I can do is I can play this Chain Link 1, which is literally it forces an auto block, potentially an overblock because they don't want you to Ancestral it or Razor it. And then you can Kadachi Soul Bead. Right? So like what I used to use this card a lot on the 3rd Chain Link, especially if I had a reaction to try to force it, but now I'm almost always playing this Chain Link 1. This is literally like the old school head jab. Being able to play a head jab and be like, hey, if you don't block this, I'm going to hit you with Open the Center for Dominate, 6 Dominate. This is the same thing. Like, I'm going to play a Chain Link 1 and make you give me a card as early as I can in the chain, which is super, super useful. Soul Bead Strike. This is I'll talk about 3 more cards. Soul Bead Strike. I will never take this card out of the deck. It's so freaking good. This card's so good. Block 3 red, 0 cost. That I can discard for Katsu that hits a breakpoint. And in this meta, this is just so good. Really good pairing with Ancestral Empowerment if they try to de-react it. Just a really, really, really good card. Love it. Razor, same thing. I think I'd actually would go down to 1 Razor. Obviously, if I start playing Katsu again more and people know my list a little bit more, they might only have 1 Razor in the deck. Having 2 did make it awkward at times. I think you either run 1 or 3. I probably would run 1. And then finally, Warmonger's Diplomacy. I'm going to put this on the sideboard. I don't think this is a main board card. I don't think it's good enough. I think you want to have those combo cards to synergize with Flick Flack. I'd probably put 2 in the sideboard. So yeah, like looking at it, if we make a personal copy of the deck real fast, what I'd probably would do is obviously I would do this. Warmongers, take this Warmongers out. I probably would end up just making sure I do this correctly. Remove Razor. I probably keep Flusterfists in, to be honest with you. Warmongers goes inside. Oasis, I never ended up using, but if Icelander becomes super popular, I'm going to keep it in the deck because I think Icelander's going to become more popular once Lexi leaves. That's just my opinion. We're at 2, so I need to replace 2 blues. So I'm at 3, 6, 9, 12. I need to replace 3 blues. Yeah, this is what makes it hard. I do like everything else in the list. I also like having at least 15 blues in my list. I don't want to go below that. Probably definitely 2 Concealed Blades. Probably be my first option. Or no, Lord of Winds. I'm dumb. I almost did again. Gosh, I'm not used to putting Lord of Wind back in my deck, y'all. I'm not used to it. It's terrible. And then I'd probably go down to like anything in here I'd probably trade. I like all my lists. I'd actually maybe go down to maybe 2 sinks like that. That gives me a 53 card. It's a little bit wonky, but this is basically how I would do it probably. Lord of Wind, yeah, Lord of Wind. Yeah, I'm not used to playing the deck. Yeah, I love having McGinty. It's such a good card. That's probably where I would be, I think. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 blues. I was at 17 blues, which feels a little bit better. But it's not like a must-have. Reinforced Line's so good. Double Strike's really good with Jeremiah too. But yeah, this is where I'd be at. I mean, obviously I'll attentively change it. Actually have Lord of Wind. Lull. Yeah. I would want to test a little bit more and like mess with a couple more cards, but I liked only having 1 yellow each. I think you should only have 1. If you do more in this, you kind of flood your deck too much with these cards, personally. The 6 13 strikes is perfect. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me put the Be Right Back screen while I log in. Not that I don't think it shows anything, but just in case you... Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it, Josh. Yeah, Josh. I mean, it's definitely not a fun meta. Like, oh god, we're playing right off the bat. It's definitely not a fun meta by any means. But you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a fun meta, but it's not a terrible meta. Against her, probably just want to do this. Yeah, this is where it gets awkward because I have 59 cards when I normally don't want 59 cards. We'll just run one more blue. Ratios are going to be a little wonky, but I just want to play some games, have some fun. Okay, turn 1. They can possibly have no blocks in their deck, and we want to force the issue early. So we'll do this, try to get rid of Wave of Reality quickly. I'm going to make them block if they don't want Wave of Reality to go away. I don't care about Mass Trigger here. I really don't. That's perfect. That's fine with me. Yep, that's fine. Let's do this again. Wave of Reality pops. Let's do Be Like Water. Force another block out of hand. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, sync. Nice. So now they're probably, unless they have another sync, they're going to have to give me both of these in order to prevent Spectral Shield from popping. Which they probably won't block this. I doubt. No, there it is. Oh, it's not breaking skills here. Well, Arsenal Bond's not terrible. Got 2 sinks out of the way. Yeah, no, I'm happy, Tim. It was crazy. 7 and 5 is not that amazing, but for me, first calling ever, like, we're super happy about it. Top 8 was pretty nuts. Jeremiah Mirror and one of the Jeremiahs being like a cool fatigue list. Like, yes, Jeremiah and Lexi aren't super fun to play against, but like seeing like 2 different Jeremiahs, completely different lists, like duke it out was really cool. You got to find the good and stuff, you know? There's always going to be a best deck. There's always going to be an insanely good deck. If there wasn't an insanely good deck, people would be like, oh, you know, this deck's... What happens if I full screen it? Okay, it looks a little wonky. Someone's always going to be like, you know, this deck's broken, and it's always going to be something. Not bad. Yeah, I might as well save a little bit of life here. Phantasmaclasm. It'll be interesting to see what decks rise up when Lexi phases out. Yeah, it's going to be hard because obviously the natural point is Jeremiah, and I do think Jeremiah is in a vacuum the best deck. But she's going to have to deal with the aggro that comes with it, you know? There's going to be a lot of aggro that comes into the format with Lexi gone. Fi and Katsu are both going to be top decks. I think Dash IO is also going to be a problem. If she can learn how to combat fatigue, right? So it's going to be interesting. And then, does that mean Assassins just say, okay, I'm going to try to avoid Jeremiah's and prey on the aggro decks, you know? Like, there's a whole lot of, like, elements to this. Five, okay. That's interesting. Sure. Was Arsenal the Ancestral? I would love to see Prism be good. This deck looks fun. Like, yes, it's not that good, but I've lost to a Prism on Katsu. I don't care to say it. And, like, the deck looks super fun, especially, like, the high aggro ability list. Yeah, I agree, Plague. It's going to be an interesting meta. I think it's going to be similar to the triad we had with, like, Oldheim, Prism, aggro, where Oldheim beat aggro, aggro beat Prism, Prism beat Oldheim. I think it's gonna be like Dromai, aggro, and then like something else that rises up. But I could be wrong. Nope. We'll take that. It'll be interesting to see how Dromai's kind of like, adapt now that they have to deal with aggro. Like, what do? Do they go full Empress and try race? Do they go extreme control fatigue? Which is Matt Vore proved is very possible. There's a lot of thoughts. Sorry if I snack a little bit, y'all. Normally I do not eat during I won't eat any more chips. Reagan just fussed at me and told me it's loud. I apologize. She didn't fuss at me. She just warned me. But I haven't eaten it. Well, we ate once. We ate once today. How's Fi not top any though? I don't know. So like, no Katsu bias. I'm being serious here. Like, I think, that's the best one they can get out. I think we have to take this. Is this a once per turn? Okay. What's up, Jake? Thanks for the sub. I appreciate you. Reagan said the fuck. I wasn't saying you fussed at me. You warned me in a good way. Okay, so we gotta prevent this. This is gonna be fun. We might be in a little trouble here. Yeah, so sorry, I got caught up playing. Yeah, I agree with Penn. I think that Katsu just, it's like Lucas said in the Arachne video, Katsu asked the question more than Fi does. Like, in order for Fi to make up for what Katsu's doing, hold up, let's see if this works. Pop it. You have a D-React? Oh, they warded. That's funny. I think Katsu just asked the question more, and I think Fi has to be extremely consistent in order to match Katsu turn for turn, which makes it really hard. All right, we're just going to kill this thing next turn if we draw anything that's decent. They gave up a lot for that, though. It's a good one. I don't think so. I think Fi has a lot of tools because Fi can use stuff Katsu's using. Not combo, but like he can use a lot of things. All right, I'm hoping I make him block twice here and then just kill it anyway with Fluster. Fi has a lot at his disposal. Fi's issue is he doesn't force you to do anything. Like, I think you have to play Mask and Momentum very, very efficiently. Yeah, keep giving me stuff. And then we're just going to do this. Fi's question is, do you want to take damage? Katsu's question is, do you want your honor? Yeah, right. No, I think the bonds list just really did help Katsu a lot. Well, this is an interesting hand. I think Fi is good though, and in a Dromai meta, Fi might be better because Fi might be able to efficiently deal with Ashwings and dragons on a more consistent basis. No, I don't think we Katsu trigger here. Day 2 did not go good, Tracker. You just missed it. I went over it. I basically went 1-4. I won my first game against Jeremiah and then had some unfortunate games to end the day, but I played some really good people. Crimp, who won the Pro Tour. I played against Brody Spurlock. I played, like, that's what I was saying is, like, I loved playing the games of, like, I love being able to play against the top players. Like, Dallas already has an amazing meta. Tim can attest to it. He's a local as well. We have some insane players, but being able to play against all these names that I've been watching and be able to know, like, A, I can beat some of them, like Cody Williams, you know, even though it's only one game, or, you know, B, stick with a lot of them. It was just really fun to be able to do that, and super grateful that I got the opportunity to do it. Yeah, no, we were talking about that. Is it Fiats? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Fiats is, or it was really funny because, like, that Bravo, right, has 3 block at chest, 3 block at arms, that's 6. A 3 block at boots, that's 9. And then crown, that's 11 block. And it also had 3 sigils in the deck. So that's literally 20 damage. So that Bravo, quite literally, in a perfect world, has 60 life. And you have to win that matchup, you know? Do we care here? No. They don't have this anymore, so they can't awaken. Or they can, because they can pitch to it. They can give it go again. Okay, that's fine. We'll try to push damage here. I had to give up mask. I could have given up mask. But then I would have had I probably should have, to be honest with you. I should have given up mask there. Bravo match was, I think, the match of the day. Totally not biased at all. Interesting. I'm gonna get -1 here. Perfect. Well, man, let me get you. I gotta pay one there, right? Yeah, I'll probably pay with the Senate. Pay with the Descendant. Name it Surging. Discard this. Go get Whelming. But then I have to play. I have to do this. I have to play this right here, or I can do that. I can draw off the Whelming. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This isn't an ideal play. Yes. Pay. Surging. No. Yes. Discard. How many we got? There's Surge Strike or Woman Gust Wave. Not a lot. One target, 2 targets. I thought I blocked with 2 red Woman Gust or Woman Gust Waves. Am I crazy? Yeah, there's 2 right there. Okay, yeah. That was not my grave. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. It's not bad. But we only have 1 lore to win. So, yeah, it's not going to matter. But I think we have to just for the damage. Red Barrion Thorns, I think it's really good in Phi Devin. I don't know how it fits in Katsu yet. I could be wrong. I hope we can find a way to make it fit. I just don't think Katsu wants that. Okay, this sucks because we're not going to be able to make it hit. But it's fine. Oh, we're going to be able to pump a little bit. Nice. Doesn't it feel so good to have McGinty when you can actually cycle things? Wait. I have 2 Lord of Winds in grave, right? I don't have any in grave. I got so mixed up with what was in my grave then. I thought I blocked with Lord of Wind. Okay, so I have 4 targets. All right, so I only need to grab 2 Lord of Winds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, pump it by 4. I could have got all 3 and then played Lord of Wind for 4, then Lord of Wind for 2, potentially triggering your mask, but it's fine. That's what I should have done, just to try force mask, but it's fine. It was a match, honestly. It doesn't mean the other matches were bad. It's just super. No, there were so many good matches this weekend. Like, I was playing, but I can't wait this week to go back and just watch some fun matches. Oh, you dirty dog. Okay. Yeah, we're not letting you get that this time. Yeah, you can. Nope. We don't need mask at this point. We just push damage. They're set up for a good turn, though, but luckily we can barely force lethal here. Gonna make them give up at least 1 card. This is huge, though. They got. Well, they're not blocking this? Yeah, I was about to say, ain't no way. This card's so good. Soul Bead Strike's so good. That was a Past Mirage and a Herald of Rebirth. You have your 3rd Herald Edition here. Oh, this is a crap hand. Take it. Probably gonna try to take. I would take my blue in this situation. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. They just gave me Surging. Oh, it feels so bad for them. I'm so sorry. Please don't have Arclight Sentinel. You know I have Whelming. Why are you blocking this? GG's. Actually, not quite GG. Close, though. I'll get him low. Get him down to 1. Feels so bad for them to give me Surging. Oh, they quit after that. Good game. Good game. Good first game, though. We'll take it. It's Prism, but Prism can sneak up on you. I do not disrespect Prisms. Let's do this really fast. Listed actually as Lord of Wind. Lol. So I don't like having 53 cards. That annoys me. Maybe go down one double strike. I almost want to put one more McGinty in the list. Let's just put one Razor in. I'm going to test 3 McGinty, though. I love McGinty. It's so good. I want to have 54 cards. I would like my decks to have easy sideboards. Iris version is scary. Iris is good. I like Iris. Join late. Curious, how was the Dromai matchup? I played a total of 3 Dromais. My brain sucks at remembering. This is why I literally wrote down my matchups in a Google Doc for y'all, so I could actually like give you. Oh, it's the same one. I want to play the same one. Sorry, Zach. I played 2 Dromai. I went 1-1. First one, day 1 Dromai, or the both were on day 2. First Dromai I beat. It was a crazy game where I was losing. I took a bunch of damage. It was 12 life to 10, I think, and I went down to 3. And then I pop heart and cross trap and played the full bonds line with an extra descendant. It was like surging, whelming, bonds, ascendant, bond. It was fluster. It was stupid. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I won that game. The second Dromai, they tumulti by mask like turn 3 or 4. It was like super early. And they just took tempo after that because they put an Uvia out the next turn. And Uvia being on the field when I can't use it as a free mass draw sucks because now I got to throw 6 damage at Uvia. And that feels really bad when you can't draw off mask. Katsu triggering is nice, but not that nice. And it was also late game, so they were starting to generate Ash Wings. It was just really hard to deal with, so I ended up losing that one. So I went 1-1 against Dromais. I truly think some people disagree with me. I don't. I think the Dromai matchup is truly 50-50 now because of Tome. Tome took that matchup from like 65, literally one card took that matchup from 65-35 Dromai or 60-40 or 60-40 Katsu to 50-50 because it allows them to play Uvia in their deck, it allows them to play Tumulti in their deck, and it allows them to play Dominion in their deck so much easier. I don't want him to set up items or spark. I hate this against Dash. Going first sucks because they can just set up items, Arsenal Pass, and have a really good turn. Or they can spark, but also going first my turn sucks because they can just block out. Against Dash, I think Oasis is actually pretty good against Dash because it just nullifies their... Tim gave me the suggestion of it nullifying their pistol or their gun. Let's just do some good old-fashioned Command and Conquers. Yeah, 1-1 against Dromais. 1-1 against Dromai, 2-0 against Bravo, 2-0 against Dory, 0-2 against 0-3 against Lexi. Every Lexi game was close except for one. I got high rolled. All right. Oh, they picked Pounder. Got it. Huh. This is a crap hand. One, get rid of the Command and Conquer. It's not really needed right now. Then Soul Bead. If they exact block it, maybe we can get something decent. Temple of Akaru. I love that name. Akaru is my alt account. Whoa, they're blocking. Homie just blocked with Foundry Heart. Turn 1. Okay. I mean, they know something I don't. Cracker Jacks is interesting as well. And do we care? Nah. We won't get greedy. Nah. I'd rather have this for next turn. Nah. Let's see what we would drawn into. It'll be the first card. Flusterfist. Pushed an R4 damage. He's on to something, Trust. Funny. The fact that I can hear you type and then is really funny. Induction chamber. Sure. This hand's pretty simple. We could play Be Like Water first. But I'd rather just full combo here. There's that. Womp. That's what I'm saying. That was really funny in bars. Or Matt. I was calling Matt. Yes. No, we don't want to get Brew Our Boots go again. What do we have in grave? Whole lot of nothing. We have to discard the Fluster Fist so we can get a Bonds target. Do we want Bonds here? Yeah, I think we want Bonds here, right? Yeah, I mean, because we could go Whelming here, but he can block it pretty easy. Yeah, I think we push damage here. Then Arsenal the Surging for next turn. No. We're not going to use that this turn. What do you have in your hand that's that bad? Wow. For real. Let him cook. Hey, I never describe people. You know what you know. Oh, I could pay 1 to make this Descendant. Yeah, we're going to do that. Fuck it. Surge Strike. That's funny. Ha! 4. What is this? A yellow? 8. 12. 15. 17. He must have an item in his hand. 21 damage turn. Okay. It's Tekla Pounder. They literally can do anything. This deck can get nuts fast, so we'll see what they do. Never describe people. They gotta do something. Do you have 3 T-bones? Is that what this is? They took 24 damage to the face, or 21 to deal 14. Quick maths. Okay. I love the artwork on Descendant Ghostwave. The 2 like faces. The faces are foil on the foils. So sick. Can't wait to go to Mysteria. You know I have breaking skills. Okay. All right, so here we're going to go bonds into whelming into bonds into something else. Actually, I got to make this hit first. I just realized that. I'm a dummy. They just die here. What do you have at instant speed? Oh, this, I guess? No. I hope they didn't just quit. I hate when people do this. Why not? Have 11 more damage coming at him. Yeah. That was a game. He cooked. Looking for Jeremiah. We'll play Katsu games tonight in honor of the event, but I'm gonna be really playing around with Dash.io. I have so much fun with that deck. It is so much fun. I don't know how competitive she'll be yet, but man, she's a fun deck. Ooh. Second. This matchup is always very 50-50, obviously. Yeah, Dash.io is so fun to play. Okay. This is the only time where I'm okay with full blocking. Normally I would never block a Surging first. Just bad idea. But in this case, the worst they're going to do to me is play Whelming. I block Whelming, and they play Bonds. And then they don't have a target, so I get dealt 4 damage. That's literally the worst possible scenario here, I think. I'm assuming they have Ancestral in their hand right now, if they're thinking this over. Okay. Yeah. All 3 heroes from Bright Lights are fun, but Teklo is my standout. Teklo, if you can figure him out, he's super fun. You gotta figure him out. But make him block with his mask. There's that. Arsenal of Flick Flack. We're okay with this. I've used a Surgeon and Descendant. We have one of each of the combo. And great Flick Flack. It's a good one. Yeah, he's very difficult to pilot. I don't even know how good or bad he is yet. Okay. My hand's pretty dead. Hand is pretty dead. Again, normally I wouldn't block surging here, but with the flick flack in hand, we're fine. You have another one? It's trying to draw into the combo. Two surging strikes out of the way. I'm giving him a 5-card hand, which does not feel good, though. If he pops Heart and Cross Trap here, we're in trouble. A couple of... That's good. That's good, Tao. Hopefully I'll figure out all 3 surgings. All 3 red surgings. 3 turns in a row. God dang. Okay. My hand is not good again. Could block 6 here. If he has whelming, he pitched the yellow bonds, which means one of 2 things. It probably means he doesn't have the line. Because if he did, he would have popped Hearten. At least that's what my brain thinks. Like if he had a whelming or a Senate, he would just pop Heart and Cross Trap, minnow play out the whole line and not have to worry about it. So either best case scenario, he doesn't have the second part of the combo right now and he needed to not force it. Or the worst case scenario is he has another bonds and a whelming in hand right now, so he didn't need to pop it. And he doesn't care about looping. This is his 3rd surging strike though, so we're going to play a little defensive here. If he has... No, he doesn't. Sick. Wait, why did you not pitch the wins first? Okay. Very interesting. No, for sure, I would definitely think about it. Yeah, it was a bait and a half, but I'm okay playing defensive. You can tell, not a lot, but most of the time if they're playing how they should be playing, then you can tell a lot about what a Katsu has by what they pitch, if they don't pitch a blue. What are we doing here? Do you have a D-React? What are we doing here? Interesting hand. Ancestral? No. Okay. How you doing, Ray? How you doing? Nice to see you again. Do we do the Senate first here? I don't think we do. I think we force out multiple masks here because one, then that's gonna be another. Yeah. Hopefully he uses breeze here. Thank you. That makes that way easier. And hope the guy doesn't have flick flag. If he does, it's fine. He has flick flag. I know he's letting it hit. Are you? Okay. Do we want to pop breeze here? Yes. Because popping breeze allows us to get fluster. Because we already have that. What do we have engrave? Okay, we have 2 flusters, 2 red flusters. Okay. Do we just get dishonor here then? Oh, we should have got whelming. And then we could have looped. I'm a dummy. We should have got whelming. This is what happens when you play. I already played 6 rounds a day. I'm doing great. I had an absolute blast at calling. I went 1-6, learned so much at a time. Yeah, exactly, right. It doesn't matter how good or bad you do. Like, you have fun with it. Going to get my wife a message now since she let me know. All right, Tim, you have a good one. Be safe. Interesting. Again, I just messed up. I should be like water art, like, yeah. No, I didn't mess up. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Now you block? I can't do nothing with it. Okay. You just took all that damage to give me a card. Do you have a razor? I'm so confused here. What does my hand look like? My hand even good? Do we even care here? What's the best case scenario we have here? We can't give either one of these go again. We'll make him have the razor. Honestly, can't wait for the next one. Going to have to make some edits and get rep some in on my Katsu deck. Oh, did you run Katsu, Ray? What just happened? Okay. Nice. Oh, nice, nice. No, we'll wait. Interesting. No. Man, we should have... No. I mean, we can do this. Sure, that works. I mean, they're wanting to hold, so we're going to push damage here. Ran a Katsu with 1 Dishonor. It was fun watching people constantly freak out, expecting another one. That's a good little tech, because Dishonor is really hard to get off, so that's cool. I like that. That's awesome. I think we just block with Mask here. Force the breaking skills. Come on, give me an Ancestral or something. Art Award. Interesting. Now he's just gonna loop. The worst he can do to me here is a 5, then a 4. He could go get Dishonor, but it's not going to do anything. So he's got 5, 4, 4, 13 damage. Gets a mass draw. I'm down to 20. Still has 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I think not. I think blocking the bonds here is dumb. Except the one time I hit Dishonor, turn 0 on drum high, and they immediately concede. Yeah, it's immediate concede if they do that. It's a good one. Gonna draw here. Holding this Flake Black feels bad, but I don't want to give up Mask. Because I'm going to force a breakpoint block next turn, which I think is really impactful. He is on an Art of War turn. He's doing a ton of damage, but I think this is the right play. I'd rather use this Flick Black later when it's a pack. And look, couldn't even play anything. He couldn't even Kadachi? Okay. Yeah, I think that was the right play. And they blocked with that. That's even better for us. We love that. Don't you? Can't mask won't work here. He's got to give me another card. Yep. Yep. All right, just don't draw a dead hand, for the love of God. Not bad. We'll take it. Yep. Yep. So if we Kadachi surging, that surging is kind of dead, so we can't really use that. But that's 5, 6, 7, 10 damage, or we do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, but we're threatening. I think threatening the initial 5 is probably better. This is actually a weird line. So we have 2 options here. We can either Kadachi, 2 floating, surging, that's 5 total damage, forcing them to double block, or 6 total damage. Then Kadachi again. They're probably going to take the Kadachi, breakpoint again. Yeah, I think that's the better play because it pushes weirder attacks because they're going to take this if they're smart. Because you can't play around Razor right here, right? They're going to take this, right? Then we force a double block here. We're going to force a block here and a block here, leaving them with like 1 card. I think that's the better play because the other option was pitch surging to play surging, force a double block, and then play like whelming. Actually, no, that would have been the better play. We should have done pitch surging to play surging, Kadachi, 100 wins. That would have taken their whole hand and mass. This isn't going to take their whole hand. Yep, that was the other line was better. The other line was better. Not to play whelming out, but just to make them pitch their whole hand. And we still wouldn't have killed them, potentially, but we would have forced it. Okay. Doesn't have mask now, so we do not care about any of this. And we just kill him here, I think. Should be a good game, yeah. Might as well see what we draw into here. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Why do I not play Order Word, John? Okay, that's a really long question. A really long answer to a question. So, how do I put this? I will preface that question with my answer with saying I think both builds are very viable. There's been Katsus that have won with Art of War, like done really well, and then there's Katsus that have done really well without Art of War. So I think it comes down to a playstyle thing. I really think it does. I don't think Art of War it makes Katsu better. And I don't think no Art of War makes Katsu worse. Do you think the Codex will drop in price when Lexi phased out, or should I buy a set now? I don't think it's going to drop. I think as long as Assassin and Azalea are in the meta, it won't drop. That's just my opinion, though. It could drop like $5-10 maybe, for sure, if you really want to try it. I'll put it this way. It's not going to go up. So unless you want it really bad right now, you could wait like 2 months, see how it is post Lexi. But if you really want it now, you might as well. I don't think it's going to drop hysterically. So yeah, Art of War, no Art of War, they're both good. They're both viable. I personally don't like Art of War. I think it's very high rolly. Like that person had a really good turn right there, but it's also can brick your turn. It can brick you. It's a yellow that doesn't pitch for Kodachis and doesn't block and costs 1 to play. So if you're running Heart and Cross Trap, it can get awkward to play. You can draw into 2 no-go again cards and then just completely screw your turn. There's a lot of bads to it. There's a lot of goods to it. You can have these crazy, hard to block, hard to deal with turns. I like the consistency of Katsu, and I think Katsu's strength is consistent pressure on forcing your opponent to block. And I think Art of War can prohibit that. Thanks, Sam. Sam, you are a gem, my friend. I hope to see you back in the booth soon. I appreciate the tweet as well. We need to catch up, Sam. It's up to you, but let me know one time when you want to just chill and play a couple games on webcam or something, or just chat. I'd love to have more talks with you, my friend. But yeah, so Art of War and no Art of War they're both good. They're both, it's a play style thing. I think Art of War is just inconsistency over a large tournament can hurt you, but we've seen Katsus do well with it, right? So I think it's literally a play style thing. Hopefully that answers your question, John. Why I don't play Art of War is consistency. I think it can hurt consistency. Ooh, let's go. My other favorite hero. No Tunic. Warmongers he does not care about, or they do not care about. Oasis, we are going full into this. Did I really not hit a sync? Yeah, Sam, no pressure, my friend. DM me whenever you have time. I'll DM you again just to follow up, but would love to have some talks with you, my friend. I love y'all's stuff. If y'all don't know, I'm going to plug Sam for a second shamelessly. This Arachne is going to have to wait. Sorry, Arachne. 3 floating. Everyone should know. Not everyone. I say it bad. Say it really arrogantly. If you don't know who 3 floating is and you watch the Flesh and Blood content, go follow them. One of the best channels ever in this scene right now. Amazing humans, amazing people, amazing content. Go follow their stuff right now. Right now. They are amazing. Sam is an amazing human. Arguably one of my favorite Flesh of Blood channels. It's so hard to pick. It's like picking a favorite kid, right? But wait, what they block with? I just didn't pay attention. Warmongers, interesting. We're playing a person named Drew. Let's force the HQ a little bit. I want to get this Flusterfist engrave. Yeah, Sam, it's so funny you saying that because like y'all have surpassed me now in like so much, which is a good thing to say. I'm not saying like a whatever, but y'all's content, y'all have like literally one of the most polished channels. You're casting freaking major events and every which way, my friends. So it's well deserved. First deck I ever built was a Katsu deck for one of your deck techs. Gosh, I hope it wasn't terrible. I've gotten better since then. Been trying my best, my friend. I appreciate you. Hopefully you had a relaxing weekend. You could just enjoy some games. Ooh, this is a weird hand. We don't like this. This is a bad matchup for us if the Arachne is polished. Already dead in the surgical. They must have a decent turn here if they're not going to play already dead. Okay. As long as it's not a 6 power, we're in good shape here. That works. I think we just pitch the whelming here. Yeah. Back up to 39. Those XX are also the backbone of how I built mine. I made adjustments to fit my style. But you definitely gave me a good starting value. That's good. Yeah, I've never attested to be this insane player. I just like to play the game and give people my opinions and see what happens, you know? It's about all you can do. Interesting. Haven't drawn anything yet. Hopefully I can be more competitive in the future and really, you know, I was the one who thought Belittle was bad, right? Or not bad. I was the one that thought Belittle was not playable in Katsu, and people proved me wrong on that one. So, man, they're going to be really mad when they see another Oasis in my freaking... It's a good one. Bam, sis. There's 2 Oasis out of the deck, though. They're probably super mega confused right now. But I really need to get some sleep. 3 full days of gas, 3 days of full gas. I'm tired. Just wanted to stop by for a bit. Have a good night, Ray. I appreciate you stopping by after those long days of games. Have safe travels home, no matter how far close it is. Hopefully have a good one. All right. I do want to keep playing Arachne, though. I love Arachne. Thematically, Arachne is my favorite hero. Thematically, art-wise, everything. And I just got my Coldfoil Extended Art Redback Shroud. So now I have all the major legendary equipment in Assassin Coldfoiled, which is what I wanted. If I'm going to lose with a bad hero, at least I'll look good doing it. You know what I mean? Make him have a D-React at least. If he has it. We just got to make him have it. I'd rather him use it now than on a really good... Okay, that's fine. Than on a really good turn. Oh, double Codex, 2 straight turns. They don't really have a good target. I mean, they have leave. That's fine. Pitching a shred, probably going to Arsenal here. I would think. Maybe not. May throw a 4 at me. No, that's their third codex. Okay, so their codexes are gone for a bit. They got leave no witness. Makes sense. It's going to come in for 4. We're going to have to block 2 cards. What can we go get? It makes sense. We're probably going to discard the double strike. I don't know if it's the right play, but I want to try to avoid some damage. At least we know all their codexes are kind of out of play for a while. They're going to have a double codex turn really late, so we got to be careful on that. Lily. My dog Odin likes to burrow under the blankets. So he's burrowing right now, and our cat Lily doesn't know what he's doing and just wants to play. So she's like slapping him while he's under the... She's very curious why he's under the blanket. It's really funny. Wow. Okay. Well, they got a full 5-card hand. We might be in trouble here, y'all, but we'll see what happens. My first deck that I built is a Rockney, which is why I was asking about Codex. Oh, yeah. No, if you want to play a Rockney, for sure, do it. Oh, wow. This is a freaking hand. Sheesh. Let's see if we can bait out a reaction here. Give me a reaction. Come on. Nope. There it is. I honestly should have kept that flick flag in case he has a double reaction here. We'll take it. Yeah, I play a very defensive... I like playing mid-range Katsu so much more. It's just more fun. I think it's how the hero should be played. Obviously, meta dictates, but... I don't want to draw all 3D reacts like that, though. It's never good. I did make him pop Black Tech with no silver, though, so that's good. On a card where he's probably going to get... They're probably going to get silver, which is Annihilate the Armed. Blue mirrors and MTG levels of huge stack resolving. Right, Matt? Yeah. Tracker. I brought Canada to call him, but I'm thinking about playing Katsu the next thing because it only gets better. No, I agree. I think Katsu's going to be in a good spot next season, Tracker, once Lexi leaves. I mean, he's already in a good spot. He's already playable. I don't think I needed to use that breaking skills there, but it's fine. I think I did it just to force out the potential block. A good one. See, if this hits, so it's just a frailty, which sucks. Best part of the weekend is I don't have to experience Blight Rights Limited ever again. Yeah, people were playing that Battle Hardened, and they were like, I don't even want to play in the Battle Hardened. So Bright Lights Limited, from a casual perspective, like sealed, super fun. Love it. And draft is is pretty good. Competitively, yes, not my favorite. But casual play, it's amazing. Like, it is such a good limited experience for a new player to come in and play. They used only 1 Sync, 1 Oasis. They probably got something. We'll make them have something, though. There you go. They have something. Mother. You gotta be shitting me, dude. Oh, maybe I'll draw into something here crazy. No. Oh my gosh. Look at this trash hand. That's so funny. Nope. That's unfortunate, folks. Well, that's our list. Is this list 1-to-1 with what you played the calling, including Orlando wins or Blue Flusters? No, it's not, Matt. The list I'm playing, I can link the list I'm playing right now. I'll actually make this public. Copy link. It's public too now, Matt, but it's that one. That's the list I probably would have played if I didn't put all my deck together really stupid like. This hand kind of sucks. The list I played for the calling, though, I will put out tomorrow. Mother trucker, dude. But that's the list I'm on right now. That's the list I suggest trying if you want to try something. The fact that I made day 2 with a Borked McGinty list is actually hilarious. I mean, McGinty's a good card. It's not like it made it a dead card in my deck. It's still a 1-for-4. It's a 1-for-5. Go again off combo. That's a 3-block yellow pitch. So I mean, it's not bad. This is an interesting hand. I don't know if I want to use Heart and Cross Trap on this hand. All right. Do something where you try to react here. Yep, there it is. What you got for me? Razor? I'm so confused. Oh, Shriek Razor's nice. I'll let you do this first. Yep, keep doing that. That's fine. Whee! Suck. They have all their equipment gone. No silver. That's what we like to see, boys. We're still very far from out of this, but step 1 complete. Make them pop everything with no silver. Like I said, if it's a good Arachne, I'm not saying they're not. They are. They aren't. I'm saying like a good pilot, it's unfavored, I think. I think they know how to do it. Unless you just high roll, which I have not done that right now. Interesting. That works, I guess. I guess it is a dead card in their hand. I probably would have saved it for next turn, but Arsenal it. It is what it is. Yeah, I think my army this week I'm gonna play Dash IO. I have the whole deck right here in front of me. I've been sifting through it, but I'm super happy with it. Very interesting. They must have a kind of dead. No armor left means the game really begins for you. Yeah, it really helps. It prevents them from being able to break point. I just gotta draw the right hand. I haven't drawn the right hand yet. I think this is kind of maybe where I take tempo. Still not great, though. Not having any of the combos sucks. They can get armor back eventually, but it's going to be hard. Because now that they don't have mask here, they can't double banish, which means they're going to have to hit multiple times with multiple... Like, unless it's Eradicate. Hello, Lily. Come here. Kitty Cat wants to say hi, y'all. Having no armor on this turn, though, it does help me a lot. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Come here. This is Lily. She's a kitty. Say hello. Say hello. Mwah. Go ahead. Do you react? Yeah, there it is. It's a good one. There's no point in Kadachi in here. Cat. D-react. Command and Conquer doesn't matter here. So Pop Heart and Cross Trap. Unfortunate they had 2 D-reacts, but it is what it is. When do you bring in Tripper Oasis? Well, for the purpose of that list, John, most of the time, just Icelander and Kano. But I bring it against a Arachne as well. Sometimes I'll bring it against a Bravo if I know that they're really like slow, fatiguey Bravo. But most of the time it's just Icelander, Kano, and Arachne. Oh, not gonna do this. Nope. Got told not to do that. I wait till later to eat my chips. Interesting. If they don't block this out, then we can go get something. But if not, we can just Kadachi into Command and Conquer. Both of us are about even on cards, so that's good. They still don't have armor, no silver, no shenanigans. There's that. Okay. Yeah, I had a couple people, Val, say that. They're like, why am I blocking this fight like he's a Katsu? Like, a couple people were like, I got to like get in the mindset of like changing how I block. Command and Conquer. Yeah. They're upsetty spaghetti. They probably have Oasis. Knowing them. Probably have Oasis. No. What was it? Slay Scholars? I mean, Oasis helps a little bit, I guess. Not a ton, though. I don't think this one's going to fatigue, but I could be wrong. This game can change really quickly. What are they going to get? Probably Leave No Witness, I would think. Command and Conquers. That's what I would get. Yep. Good place. We've only used... We haven't used a lot of Surgings. Not a ton. 2 reds, 1 yellow. Yeah, 2 reds, 1 yellow, 1 Descendant. Our Flusters are gone, which doesn't feel good. But a lot of our power cards are still in the deck. We still have the McGinty in the deck, too. Well, this is a hand. Kadachi. Go again. 1 floating. Got a couple play lines here. Kadachi, 1 floating, Enlightened Strike, bottoming the Enlightened Strike, and Command and Conquer, which should give us a 13 damage turn with an on hit at the very end. Or we do Descendant first for 3, force a block. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? Thanks for the sub. I appreciate you. This is an awkward hand. They only have a 4-card hand, so the Command and Conquer is not as useful here. But we have no way of buffing the Descendant. That's the crappy thing. I think we Enlightened Strike first. No. If we're going to play the Descendant, we got to play it now. But I don't want to play the Descendant. Maybe we just do Enlightened Strike and a Command and Conquer and just have a good damage turn. Arsenal the Descendant and try to keep it for next turn. I think that's the best play here because I don't want to force that Descendant with no other combo piece. It's a lot of damage coming at him. 12 damage turn. There is no technical on hit. Just damage. John, I don't know what you said. I can't see what you said. It only says retracted for me. What is that? Okay. No Katsu ability here. Just Command and Conquer. It's only going to be for 5, but the on hit's the on hit. I'd rather Arsenalist to send it. And them going down to 16 does hurt. So, hey, dealt 6 damage. Wait. Why did I get a draw there? Oh, I actually got mass draw off that. That's funny. Let's Arsenal the instant. Because they could do Command and Conquer here. Command and Conquer. So I'll be Arsenal the instant. If you want to get better at Assassin, against Assassin as a Katsu, in my opinion, step 1, don't Arsenal good cards unless you don't have a choice. Unless you don't have a choice. Lost that match, but Fi never got a master. That's how it is. Oh yeah, we talked about that at the event. I remember. At least I'm not unhappy with my CC matches in play. Played a lot more cagey than I normally do. Yeah, it goes that way sometimes. But hey, as long as you're happy about the way you played, that's all that matters. All right, we're gonna force a double block here or a D-react. Because if I'm gonna scales this if they try to single block it. I'm gonna force a D-react. Okay, force a double block. That's fine. This isn't great. Arsenal. Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna put it out. I don't want the Arsenal that card. Probably should Arsenal it. I accidentally clicked to be completely fair, but that's fine. Watch, probably bit me in the butt. Yeah, it bit me in the butt. Look at that. It bit me in the butt. Pitching a surgical, which means they probably have a red here. Codex, even better. Leave no witness. Death touch. Okay, then we don't give a crap. Okay, we just want the full line then. Ooh, that actually hurts. Actually, no. Undo. I'm an idiot. I forgot about the discard. Sorry, brother. Sister. Descendant then? Red Descendant? Yeah. There you go. I'm a dum-dum. Almost made a big mistake there. They're going to frailty me. Likely. They already frailty me once. So actually, if they're smart, they'll blood rat me. Double frailty doesn't do a whole lot here to me. They get a ponder. Since we have the full line, we don't care if one hits. This will be for 3, though, not 5, which does suck. But it's fine. Still is going to force a 2-card blocker or a D-react because we can scales it. So we're at 16 damage turn, 15 damage turn right now, potentially with a potential master. You know I have Descendant. Like, I would not block this. You know I have Descendant. I mean, unless you're really trying to prohibit me from getting a Katsu trigger, I would not block this. That's not smart. Because now you got to D-react block this, which they could. Interesting. Yep, that's fine. Still going to push good damage here. Doesn't the match versus Rock usually last long so that Tunic generates more value than Cross Trap? Correct, Matt, but Cross Trap bails you out of so many situations. I mean, even if you look back in this game, like I was able to 3-card play bonds with that because of Cross Trap. I think just Cross Trap, like I said at the beginning of the stream, It just bails you out of so many situations. Dishonor doesn't matter too much against Arachne, to be completely honest. I mean, don't get the opt, but hey, we dishonored him. Yay! I'm gonna do it. I just want to see dishonor on his face. Yay! Dishonor. All you do is lose your opt. Okay. I mean, losing your opt sucks, but it's not. I mean, you still banish. Whatever. No, Matt. The value heart and cross trap. Did you see the Bauhard and Rio winning list? Didn't run it. Yeah, they didn't. I saw that list. They were on Art of War though, weren't they? If you're on Art of War, then I completely agree with Ryan Tunick. Did they put that list up on the FabTCG website? Let me look. There it is. Let's look at this deck. Is it Art of War list? Yeah, it's Art of War list. Yep. If you're on Art of War, 100% run Tunic. It's better. I love this list. It's such a good list. It's very similar to mine. It's actually card for card the same as mine, with the exception of Art of War. I just don't run Art of War. And a couple blue differences like Floating Dojo, but this list is for what my list should have been. The only difference is 1 Bonds, 2 Art of War, 1 Concealed Blade, 1 Dojo. That's pretty much it. Our lists are carbon copy the same, like a 5-card difference. But yeah, if you're on Art of War, definitely you run Tunic. I will not contest that one. Is Katsu the best aggro deck, or Lexi and Elsa leave? I think the Icelander matchup's not that bad. It's 50-50 in my opinion. Maybe 45-55 in favor of Icelander. I think it is hard, but I think this deck, -IO, can be really freaking stupid too. It's just more prone to fatigue, but it hits harder. I would say yes. Like, I think Fi and Katsu are both really good. I think they're actually pretty even. I think Katsu's better into disruption and can play a more value game when he needs to than Fi can. And I think Fi can just high roll you better. She's interesting. Because if you go first, you run the hopefulness that she has items in hand. But if she's freaking heavy aggro, you want to be able to pressure quick. We're going to run Flick Flax in the list. I don't think she cares about Double Strike. Braces of Belief. It's a good one. Okay. Tekla Core. Nope, can't get much better than that. Turn 1 for them. We have a decent turn 1 though too. 4, 8, 11 damage, threatening. Oh, they played Overload script off top of the deck. That's a good start right there. It's a good one. Oh, they're saying, screw that shit. I don't care about your... This. I mean... Them starting at 36 life is a little scary. A little scary. Gotta at least force a card out of hand. Yep, there it is. All right, a little bit of life lead here. Her starting at 36 is what makes it hard for her, I think. Still good, though. Click flag. Nice. This will probably be my last game, y'all. I'm not sure yet. I think so. We gotta hang out. Me and Regan are gonna watch a show, just chill after a long weekend. That's a good one. We'll see what they play next turn. Hopefully it's not Pulse Wave. No, it's not Pulse Wave. It's Pulse Wave. It feels bad. Yeah, I think we blocked this. Because they can still overblock by one. One card blocking is nice. And we're going to force a mass draw here. They didn't boost, but we could have held that, but they're going to block one of these out anyway. And then you just have a dead card. I'd rather use the bonus from Flick Flack. Oh, do we even care then? No, we arsenal this. We have 8 block to play with. We can play Line Strike for 7 here. Oof, that hurts. Yeah, this is a block turn. Hopefully the guy we can block it all out. They're still going to hit us with Symbiosis a shot for 6 at the end, but preventing that boom grenade's a big deal here. Interesting. For 6? Yeah. Tekla Pounder is kind of awkward. He's fishing for something. Oh, and he banished the tomes. He's got. He doesn't have the pop boots here. That's good. Probably has something he can finally hit with boom grenade here. Oh, there it is. Got my mask. Good play on him. We prevented the boom grenade. Now we got to play a value game. It's good play on them. I should have thought about that. It is what it is. We learn. Okay. Double boom. Twin drive for 8. You shouldn't boost here, I feel like, right? Yeah, it happens. 3 boom grenades on the field. It's the thing is, you got to find a way to get it all to hit. That's the hard part. Very interesting. Why do you care if that hits? Alright, we'll just play this out. Try to force a little more damage. Oh, not bad hand here. Still has a boom grenade on the field. I don't think we're going to be able to get away with keeping the surging strike, but I'm going to try. Because they've used a lot of their boom grenades, well, 3, and they've banished 1, so 4. So if they're running 1, 2, and that's a red, so 2 reds and a yellow, 2 reds, 2 yellows. Oh, nice. I just let this hit then. They dealt 9 to us. Rangers hit a grand slam against the Astros in the 9th. Booms all around. Did they win off that? Did they win off that? Yeah, I don't know why they played boom on my turn. I think they just got a little trigger happy. Oh, sweet. This is a good setup here. I think no matter what they throw at us here, we just... Oh, that's a good one. That helps. Oh. Not yet. 9-2. Oh, it's going to go game 7 then, unless they blow it. Gotta give me a card here. Very interesting. Okay. You know, pop boots here. Very interesting. Okay. Ooh, if they're gonna try to kill me here. Oh, it's a good turn. Okay. Please don't be able to deal 14 damage. Probably will. If it's high octane, we might be screwed here. How many booms have they boomed? Only 4 so far. There's their 5th. Crank it. Oh, it's from hand. That helps. Do you want to do that? Okay. That's interesting. I think you got to push damage there. Maybe you just can't threaten lethal. They die here. That was interesting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Matt. It is what it is. People play, they play, you know what I mean? Well, good start on the list. Actually broken, right? Let's book it, ship it, y'all. Y'all saw the games. High quality games. 5-0. You want to win a calling? No, I was kidding. Joking. No. Yeah, this will be the updated list. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow in case people obviously weren't in the stream. I'll show like my calling list and then show what it should be tomorrow. But we had some fun. Played 5 games. Won them all. Not too shabby. Good wide array of fun decks to play against. Really fun stuff. Like not like meta stuff, which is always fun. Stats don't lie, right, Matt? Right. Bucket, ship it. Yeah. Nah, we're just playing for casual, just for fun. Yeah, thank you all so much. It was really fun. I really enjoyed the calling. It was just fun being able to play at a high level event for once and see how I did. And the fact that I got day 2 on my first calling, super happy with it. I'm gonna try to do better next time. Next time I get to go to a calling, hopefully there's one I can go to next year that's close. Maybe try to travel a little bit more in general for Flesh and Blood and see more people and have more fun. I'm gonna be doing a deck tech on the deck. If you're interested, I'll be doing a interview with the Battle Hardened Rio decks, or the Pro Tour one. And then this week, I'll also do kind of like just a call and recap video with top 8 and everything else. And then start talking about ProQuest season and Worlds. So it's going to be super fun. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Check out my other videos if you want. Go to some other creators on my main page. If you're new to the channel, I have a video on my homepage that shows like all the creators in the game right now. Not all, but a good amount. So go check them out, follow them. I'm going to be making an updated video of that here soon with updated creator lists. So there's more, because there's more that have came up since then. So that'll be fun. But yeah. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you all have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. Have fun this weekend. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all.